Welcome back, everyone. There's just nothing tastier. A hearty bowl of potato soup. And our good friend, meteorologist Jacob Dickey, is cooking up a storm with us this morning. Good to have you back.
It's always great to be here. We've got a great soup going. Saw that clip by Beethoven there. That was pretty cool.
Yes.
So I guess I have a good heart, maybe?
I think you do.
We'll do that.
You're a good cook. I know that.
Yeah. We've been feeding the station, feeding people, and hopefully you at home have been enjoying them too. So.
All right. We love when we see you in the building.
Yes,
I mean, we know we're going to get a
with
good forecast, but also good food.
That's exactly right.
All right. So you're making potato soup. There's a quick story behind this soup.
Yes, there is. It's a bit of a sad story. So
All
my
right.
geometry teacher, Miss Riley, she made a bet with me when she's a big Irish fan. And I'm a big Mississippi State fan. So
Yes.
I said, well, if the Irish win, I have to make her potato soup. And for me, since she's a geometry teacher, she said, well, if the Mississippi State were to win, then I'd get a theorem named after me in her class. So fortunately, we're here making potato soup today. But this is still a really great recipe.
It is.
It's good.
And
so
we still love our lady dog, so it doesn't matter.
Yes, we do. Absolutely. So
Okay.
All right,
So get us started,
Sure, we've got all the things we need right here, pre-cut, ready to go. Takes most of the prep time is cutting, so we did that all ahead of time.
All right.
And we're going to use some golden potatoes here.
All right.
I'm spilling a few off, but that's all right. And this is going to be, has a nice buttery flavor to it, really good. We're just going to have about 1.5 pounds or so of them.
Okay.
And dump them on into my crock pot.
All right.
And, excuse me.
You want these next?
Yeah, we'll slide that one there.
Okay.
Now, I like to add a little color to things. And so
Some
we'll
red
add
potatoes.
Some red potatoes, about 1/2 pound of that. So we get about 2 pounds of potatoes. And then some broccoli, we can chop that down.
Okay.
And we'll just pour that on into our crock pot.
All right. So you got some veggies in there with your potato soup.
Yes, we're going to add it, hide the veggies, make it healthy-ish, I guess, since it's a potato soup.
All right.
And then our last thing here is going to be some bacon bits. We got about 1.5 bags of those, 5 ounces, some onion, about 1 medium onion, and then, obviously.
Pause for a minute, because what you said is important about the bacon bits. A bag of bacon bits. Don't get the ones that are in the little bottle, old school.
Yeah. I mean, you could do that, but,
These are better.
Yeah, they really are, and put as much bacon in as you want.
Or you can fry your own bacon if you want.
That's exactly right, and crisp that up too. So we'll go ahead and just pour that on in the top there.
All right.
And so get that all in there.
So there has to be something that makes this nice and creamy.
Yes, there really is. Now, we're going to get to that here in a second, but I'm going to pour my container of chicken broth in.
All
and so we're going to pour that in the top there. Just let it soak on in, give it some moisture, and that'll help to keep it going.
All right.
And then I always add like a little bit of water on top here, about a cup of it.
All right.
And that's going to help to just keep it moist. Now what we'll do here is leave our crock pot. We're going to put it on low and slow, 6 to 8 hours.
Okay.
And just before we finish, that's when this is going to come in. We're going to hot pan.
All right.
Yeah, so what we do here is we're going to make a roux. And a roux is simply, it's a mixture of butter and flour that helps to thicken things up.
All right. That's like butter, not margarine.
Yes, this is butter. Yeah, I
Okay.
got 4 tablespoons, half a stick. You can go a little more, it won't hurt. And what I'll do is I'll melt my butter down here.
Okay.
And I'm going to turn my pan up just a little bit. And what we do, this is really good if you ever like to make cheese sauce at home. You can start with that butter there, and I still got my meat going there. And we'll get that some chance to melt there. What this will do then is it'll help to add the cream, the texture that we like in a nice, good, hearty potato soup. So as we get this butter melted here, what we'll want to do then is we'll have our evaporated milk, which we'll add in. We'll also add in some flour to help thicken that up. So I think we can let this melt maybe when we come back from TV Magic, maybe a little early. And
sure, and you did say this goes 6 to 8 hours before
you
actually...
this is 6 to 8 hours. Say we've almost finished. We're going to start this here, and right before we serve, that's when this is going to come in.
All right, we'll finish up our roux on the other side of the break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're making Riley's potato soup with Jacob Dickey, and we are getting our roux ready.
Exactly right. We're about ready to eat this. We've got to get these last steps in. So we've got our butter melted, 4 tablespoons. And we're going to add a can of evaporated milk into here and help to give it some nice liquid in there. Mix it up good.
And creamy.
Nice and creamy. Yeah, this is that creamy texture that we like.
Yeah.
And what we do in a roux then is we help to use a whisk here. And if you don't mind whisking, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some flour in. And this will help to thicken it up. We've got our heat going in there. And so we're going to use about a third of a cup of flour.
At what point does this sort of start thickening up?
It's going to take a few minutes to do that here, but when you keep mixing in, it's something where it will as you heat it up more and more, it will actually continue to thicken and evaporate some of that liquid out of it.
I can see it thickening.
Yeah, it already is with that flour in there, and I'll pour the rest of it on in. And so,
and how much flour was that?
Yeah, so you can see as I'm thickening it there, it gets almost like a hollandaise sauce type of texture in there. And this is a really good thing. Something you can do here too is if you make butter and flour, add milk and cheese, and you get a nice homemade cheese sauce.
Like maybe for your broccoli or something.
Exactly right. Yeah. And so we've got that going on in here. So as you can see, it's already starting to thick up. We're going to cut this a little early because I want to make sure we get the other ingredients.
Okay.
Once this is done, we've also got 2 other things we need to add.
Okay.
I've got a cup of Greek yogurt.
Ooh.
It's really going to add a nice little flavor
Okay.
to it. And then we've got
That's interesting.
lots of cheese in here.
Lot
so
of
that's going to be the
cheese.
2 things. So what we'll
Okay.
do is we'll leave this alone here. I want to get to eating this.
Okay.
And then the last thing we add is some spices. So I've got a plate, just some little assorted things here. We've got garlic, pepper, salt, oregano, and parsley in there. And that's just going to go right on it on top of that crock pot.
Okay.
So right before we finish, this all will go in
Here.
to our crock pot.
And then how much longer after all that? Like 30 minutes?
Maybe even 15 minutes. I mean, you
Okay.
can start eating it right away. So we
Okay.
did this one here.
Okay.
I'm ready to eat. I can smell it. I don't know
Oh
about
my
you.
gosh, it smells delicious.
So we've
I
got some
probably
bowls.
have potato soup about
Bowls
once
to
a
the
week.
right there, yep.
All right. What's your favorite thing to have with your potato soup?
I've got a plate there with some different toppings. If you want to go ahead and pull that up. While that's going
now,
on.
is this Greek yogurt or sour
That's
cream?
actually sour cream, yeah.
Okay.
So if you don't want to get Greek yogurt, you can always use sour cream here. I think you can see on the...
It's hearty. It's thick
It
and
really
rich
is nice
there.
and thick. And if you want it a little thinner, just add a little extra chicken broth. Let's do one more scoop for on top there so you can see
Okay.
it. If you want it a little bit thicker, then
Can I put a little cheese
yeah,
on
go
it?
for it. If you want to put it, this will be
Little
your bowl.
cheese.
So if you want to use
little
sour
bit of
cream in that too,
bacon.
we can get a spoon
No
back
sour
there.
cream, just
All right.
bacon and cheese. See, and I usually will get a salad
And I'll
with
give you
this.
that here. And then I've got one little last container I'm going to
Got it.
slide over here.
All right, we've got
Can you
about...
do potato soup with little chives?
Sure, why not?
Put a little green on there. You want to go ahead and
We've
finish?
got about 30 seconds, so I have to try
Sure.
this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Real
So grab a
quick.
spoon there.
Again, don't forget, this will be on the Mid-Morning Facebook page if you want the Riley's potato soup recipe, and it's hearty and rich and thick, and it's super hot. Let me get a little piece because that's a lot. Okay. Yummy.
Isn't that good?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good soup under poor circumstances. But website, we've got the recipe up there for you. Try this, let us know, and submit your recipes. We want to get some of those on here.
Yes,
too, so.
indeed. We love crock pot recipes. This is delicious. I can taste that bacon. All right, stay with us. I'm going to have a little more soup. We'll be right back to wrap things up.